This is November 11th daily review. Number 1, we have 2 1/2 plus 3 1/4. Now when we look at the denominators of these two fractions, notice we have different denominators. So we need to find LCD, least common denominator, of 2 and 4. For 2, it goes 2, 4, 6, so on. For number 4, we have 4, 8. Notice we have 4 in common. So least common denominator, which is basically same thing as least common multiple, is 4 in this case. So we are going to rename 2 1/2 and 3 1/4, where we have 4 as denominators for both of these. Okay, so 2 1/2, we're going to rename that as 2 2/4, because since our denominator is 4, which means we had to multiply this original denominator 2 by 2 to get 4, and you need to do exact same thing to its numerator. So we are going to multiply the numerator by 2 also. So 1/2 becomes 2/4. So 2 1/2 is same thing as 2 2/4. Plus, well, 3 1/4, we already have denominator 4, so we will just copy that down because we already have what we're looking for, which is our denominator 4. Now let's add. We're going to add fraction to a fraction, whole number to a whole number. 2/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4. 2 plus 3 is 5. So 2 2/4 plus 3 1/4 is equal to 5 3/4. Number 2, 1 3/4 minus 1/2. Now look at the denominators again. It is different, so we need to find LCD. LCD of 4 and 2, just like we did before. LCD of 4 and 2 is 4. So we're going to rewrite this 1/2 as 2/4, because 1/2 is same value as 2/4. So we now have 1 3/4 minus 2/4. Once again, fraction to fraction. 3/4 minus 2/4 is 1/4. 1 minus nothing is 1. So our final answer is 1 1/4, because that is the simplest form, just like this is the simplest form. All right, number 3. 5 1/4 minus 3 1/2. Now we're going to find LCD of 4 and 2. Once again, in this case, LCD is 4. I'm going to rewrite this vertically. All right, now let's write 5 1/4 as 5 1/4. But 3 and 1/2, we have to rename that as 3 and 2/4. Because since our LCD is 4, which means we need to multiply the denominator by 2, therefore we need to do the exact same thing to its numerator, multiply that by 2. So 3 and 1/2 is same thing as 3 and 2/4. Now try to subtract. We have 1/4 minus 2/4. We always have to do fraction to a fraction. Well, since we cannot have 1/4 minus 2/4 because 1/4 is less than 2/4, we have to rename this 5 and 1/4. To do that, we're going to take 1 away from this whole number 5, which will leave us with whole number 4. That 1 you just borrowed from this 5, you're going to rename it as 4/4. Combine that with 1/4, which gives you 5/4. And then we're going to subtract 3 and 2/4. So 5/4 minus 2/4 is 3/4. 4 minus 3 is 1. And 3/4 is in simplest form, so our final answer is 1 and 3/4. Okay, let's go back one more time how we borrowed. Since we cannot have 1/4 minus 2/4, we are going to borrow 1 from this 5, which will leave us with 4. That 1 we just borrowed, that 1 whole we just borrowed, we're going to rename that as 4/4 because our denominator is 4. So 4/4 combined with 1/4 give us total of 5/4. All right, let's move on to number 4. We have 3 minus 1/2. Once again, we're going to subtract fraction to a fraction, but we have a problem. We do not have a fraction here. So we have to rename this 3 by taking 1 away from this 3, which will leave us with 2. The 1 you just borrowed, you're going to rename it as this denominator 2/2. Think about this. When you have 2/2, which is 1 whole, combined with 2, give us total of 3. So we didn't do anything different other than renaming it. Now we're going to take 1/2 away. 2/2 minus 1/2 is 1/2. Whole number 2 minus nothing is whole number 2. So we have 2 and 1/2 as our final answer. Think of it as when you have 3 whole apples and you're going to take half of an apple away, and you should have 2 and 1/2 apples left. All right, number 5. One and 1/4 plus 2 and 3/4. Okay, we have common denominators. That's good. So we can go in and add 1/4 plus 3/4 is 4/4. Whole number 1 plus whole number 2 is whole number 3. However, we cannot leave our answer as 3 and 4/4 because 4/4 is an improper. So we're going to rename 4/4, which is 1 whole. So 3 plus 1 whole is 4. Thanks.